Welcome back, everyone. We are loaded onto the Rift for our final game to determine our invitee to the Season 2 of League Saturday Series. I'm Diddy. I'm here with Trifold. We'll be bringing you today's final game.
And wow, am I excited because, like I said, I don't think I've ever personally spectated a game through client with a challenger player in it. I feel honored, and I'm excited to see if Topopotamus can really show me the difference between some of the master level players we've seen in our league, and you know,
and
really show us the difference between those top 500 and top 300 players.
What I think is he is on Cho'Gath. He was blind pick. There's not too much responsibility on him to completely carry. I think the engine of that comp is going to be this Xerath pick, and which is funny. Also, there's
music
a
to my
mid
ears.
Xerath. Yeah, this will be really cool for you to watch, because I think the idea of this comp is when you look at the KO ulti and Morgana, how they like to play is completely negating like burst strategies, right? But if you're constantly chipping away, then you're not going to get as much shield value from the Black Shield and from the KO ultimate as if you were full engaged. So I think the Xerath poke landing is going to be major key for what's their name again? I'm sorry.
Koibi.
Yeah. Thank you. For Koibi, yeah. And like, so you see Morgana's a mid pick, right? Morgana's great into champions like Akali that want to dive you, burst you down. But traditionally, you counter Morgana with chip mages, with poke mages, because, yeah, you can Black Shield my spell, but then you don't have it for X seconds. And if you whittle away at the Morgana, she can't really fight back at the range that Xerath can.
Yeah, if I'm this Xerath here, I like this matchup. I'm looking for Qs that hit minions and hit Morgana, like you said.
Yeah.
The Black Shield cooldown is much longer. She should be saving it for his E, so she doesn't get the stun. But like you said, it might get to a point where she just needs to use it to avoid some of that chip damage.
And this looks like Kale not respecting the level 2 of Cho'Gath. It looks like he killed his level 2 minion and then was able to get a pretty nice trade here. Kale doing fine in lane, though, is going to accept the push. Another thing try to look at, there is no way out of the Cataclysm for Finky Binky Real Kinky other than Unstoppable Onslaught of Shadows. I'm not sure if that's actually the name. For Hecarim, so Hecarim would have to ulti out or Thresh Lantern.
Yeah.
Minus that, if you get Cataclysm and you don't have Flash, that's a free Cho'Gath knockup into silence. As we see a scuffle at the red buff at topside here. Who's going to win it? I think Hecarim will win that. It looked like he was going to go down, but the help from the Morgana with the Hecarim final rampage, the Jarvan actually drops here on his own invade, and it looked like he was going to win it, but the faster move was the Morgana.
Yeah, I can't swap it. My brain hurts, but we do have them in the wrong. They got into lobby in the wrong order, so it shows Morgana.
You could drag those, I think.
It does not let me. I just tried to. But,
as we see a 2v1 here, Topopotamus is forced to flash away and still will probably drop as long as Hecarim can auto him with the red buff, and there it is. Dope Sensei will take out Topopotamus here, and it looks like a great start here for Finky Binky, Real Kinky, as they amass a gold lead of already 1,300. That's
man, and look at that damage going on them. But oh, here comes the J4 gank.
The EQ will land on a Thresh as they walk away. They haven't used any sums yet, and Humongous will return damage on Senna, but it was a complete throw, and will drop to Rayan here. Another Jarvan EQ will get interrupted by Flay, but it's not enough. They needed to just leave that. They had 4 sums and were walking away when Senna.
Yeah, let's look at that again. The Senna trying to turn.
So I imagine she turns into a Janna shield. So
yes, exactly what happened. She did not expect the Janna shield. She tries to take down the Ashe here, and then surprise,
heal,
shield, and it's over.
Yeah, so not respecting the Janna rotation there, right? Yep. And we see his Topopotamus with a nice Q land. Will start off with the ease that slow the kill. I don't think he kills here, but
man, look at this play. I mean, so deep from the minion wave, just shoving Kale off so aggressively.
Definitely. Kale needs to do her best to use her W to dodge the Cho'Gath knockup. I'm pretty sure I played this matchup a couple times. It gets annoying because even if you chip away at the Cho'Gath, his sustain is crazy, and his knockups can become lethal, even just one, depending on what he builds and the situation of the lane. So high risk lane for Kale, but that is what you opt to do when you draft Kale because of that late game power.
Yeah, and not doing too bad. Only down a few farm. I saw that she secured that. I'll wait here because it looks like we have the engagement.
Back field here, followed up by a Xerath Q, a couple autos, and Colby will take down Zulfer here. The Morgana in the mid lane giving Xerath a much-needed crash in his lane so he can get a good reset in.
Yeah, J4 showing complete jungle dominance right here, in my opinion. I mean, they get the play down on red buff. It looked kind of rough for J4 there. Morgana picked up the kill, but then he comes right back, ganks bot lane with a successful gank, and then ganks mid with another successful gank. So far, so good for J4. If he can keep this pressure on, well, Hecarim is, trying to make his way through his jungle and get his camps, then it's looking good for Koibi here.
Yeah, and it's really impressive by that J4. A lot of junglers would die on that invade and be like, oh, I got to farm. I'm just trying to farm. But, like, J4 can't really farm the jungle. He has to just be proactive. And so what he does is just visits lane after lane to, okay, we're not winning through jungle. Let's win through lanes. And so that's what you have to do on that champion.
Yeah, I'm excited to see here. We see the TP coming out for Kayle here. So no TP in the top lane for either laners, actually. Flash coming up probably in a few minutes here for Topopotamus, but Fire Drake going to go over to red team already.
Yeah, really nice pickup there. Could have just been from reset timers or just jungle pathing. Like I said, the first Drake is usually hard to contest for the team that just doesn't have the better setup. So going over to FBRK. It's a few points of damage. It's really not much to celebrate yet.
Yeah, we're at only a 400 gold lead here. It's still really early. I mean, 6 minutes in, we got 5 kills already. So, this is kind of a, the game picked up right away. Usually we're seeing in LSS, we see a lot of early games being stalled out so far amongst these teams. Lots of like 0-kill games going into like 15 minutes. This game, though, seems like both teams starting off with high intensity, trying to make plays happen, picking up kills, getting the game rolling early on, which is kind of unique, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, and we see both junglers are on the bottom half of the map. Hecarim hanging out in the river looking for an angle as Blue Wave is pushing past river and being caught. Threshook will go wide, but look at the wave there, Try. That is really bad for blue team if they can't kill these 6 minions in retreat. So Hecarim knows this. He'll ghost in. There comes the R. He will bop the Janna back. She can shield. It's a 3v3 as Colby has arrived. Cataclysm goes down on a Hugh. Hugh heals back. A nice AoE heal. And over time, the Senna team wins that.
Wow, both teams making it out, though. Pretty lucky there for Koibi. Was that a Senna flash there, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a flash.
So at least getting some sums. We still flash and heal on Ashe. So sums up for blue side, but not red side AD. Oh, and the flash from Morgana to dodge the E. That was a good flash. Xerath giving a little bit of BM with the emotes there.
Yeah, and we saw Topopotamus was able to, I think, had a push timer and went and leashed the blue for his mid while his jungle was ganking. So,
Clever.
Yeah, clever way to get the resources onto your mid laner, who was able to use that blue buff to now get Morgana's flash. That's a possible gank angle with the Cataclysm here. And we see this chip damage. She can negate some of it, right? But she cannot really fight back because Xerath can stay so far away that it's really hard to hit a binding. And we'll just kind of keep him at arm's length.
Topopotamus here playing pretty aggressively. Oh, because J4 is on his way. Red team just going to back up here. I don't think we're going to see anything come out of this. Oh, or are we? Hecarim being a little bit confident here.
Jarvan was able to EQ, and Hecarim knows he has the Kayle ulti, right? So he can kind of 1v3 for a few seconds. And with the first
okay, we're going to see a 3v3.
That was a bit early. Kayle will maybe go down right here as Topopotamus will consume her, but will get traded back because we see the Morgana has arrived. The Hecarim is still swinging, and it's going to be a 2-for-1. If top goes down here, he kills the minion for the level up, which means he has enough HP to survive the Senna ulti.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back and take a look at this. Morgana did try and push up a little bit, but nothing going to come of it. Let's take a look at that. I mean, getting away by just the tiniest bit here.
Yeah, the slimmest margin. It was Kayle drops early. The Xerath roam was nice, but Morgana also roamed, so Xerath was out of position. We see Senna's lining up an ult, but because he turned and autoed that minion and got his level 8, he had enough HP to actually stoke that ulti and stay alive, making it a 1-for-1. And we still have a tight game here. Try the gold lead is only 2-100.
Oh, take that away there.
Thank Mr. Monster.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Monster, for your thing. If you didn't know, we are fueled by Monster here at One Life to
Oh,
Play.
dude, I'm jealous.
And yeah, I do got one right here.
Dude, give me some.
Let me tell you, that Mango Loco. Woo!
Nice.
Nice.
I am a bit jealous, but it's a bit early. All right, and we have returned to a somewhat neutral game state here. As Jarvan, we see him on the top side. Hecarim on a recall. I think the play is going to be Herald, but we have an Ocean here spawning in 40 seconds, which means Soul will be either Mountain or Cloud. Cloud would be nice for the Hecarim, right? Mountain would be good for just about everybody. Kale actually farming well as well and has her range form, so we'll probably continue to just farm it out.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Kale at this moment. Up a level as well. Up in farm. Well, pretty much tied in farm.
I think Cho gets ult before Kale, so if Cho has ulti, or if it's up in the next few... Okay, he could have maybe gone for lethal. Oh, he does not have ult. Neither tops do.
Yeah, no flash as well, so probably...
Just pushing and chilling.
Yep. Kale will have ult up before Topopotamus, though.
But we see the Jarvan's on his way, right? So if Jarvan can get there in the next... Kale ult is up soon, and red team will take Drake, giving Jarvan the go-ahead to make this play. Kale should understand that she's in a situation where she will be dove if she doesn't leave, I think. You gotta think you want to go for it. You just have to play around the ulti. Starts with Cataclysm. Here comes the EQ knockup. Cho, I think, has held Q, but the turn play, the Kale turned it and killed the Jarvan. I wasn't watching the tower shots, I was watching the Kale. She's able to easily use her ulti to save herself and actually trade one back. Not the play you want to see for Koibi.
Oh, and here comes Hecarim from left field. Woo! What a play. I didn't even see him coming.
Wanfeng, is that you? He came from their base. That Hecarim pathing into the gank to set up the kill on the Cho'Gath. Hecarim has Triforce on the map right now. He's insanely strong. They are up 2 Drakes here. We see Hugh trading back here. It's a 2v2 with a Janna heal. Not much to come out of it. And Finky Binky, they're looking real kinky out there.
They are. Extremely kinky plays coming out from Finky Binky. And oh, are we going to see a 3v3 here again? J4 going for the gank, but do they even know that Morgana's coming up from behind?
Oh, and that's a solo kill.
Yeah. Oh, and things are just playing out hectically here. The Xerath ult coming in. Clutch doing a little bit of damage there. Did he pick up the kill on Thresh? I'm not sure.
The Hecarim. Oh, I thought Hecarim was actually going to spot out Xerath. But Heck is on his way, and does he have ulti? He does. So Hecarim with Triforce could clean this play up. They need to be very wary, but he will actually opt to go right back for the Xerath. Starts with the R, easing back in a lane. Here comes the barrier. Is it enough? The flash as well. Stuns him.
Oh, he's going down.
He's calling for Koibi.
Does the team get down here?
Oh, the EQ misses. Does he have enough autos? Can Hecarim actually heal through that? There's no way.
Oh, but Janna, oh my gosh, Janna just making it out with 1 HP. So that ends up being another 1-for-1, so not too bad there.
Wow.
Oh, she needs to watch out.
The activity from Jarvan keeping Koibi in this match and keeping it close, but I still have to say, the Hecarim is up 33 farm, has 4 kills, and is well on his way to his next item completion. He will be rampaging this game. Kale with the completed Nashers. She is pretty much a champion now, and after her next item, she will be 2 champions. That's how that character works. It's pretty gross.
Nice. Legit.
Xerath completing Luden's right now and will return. So Xerath with his mythic and Cho'Gath with his mythic as we see Kale putting some pain down. The only thing is, when you auto Cho'Gath, you are risking the rupture from hitting you, unless you could use your W as a fight for red here. The Ignite will go down. Koibi casually getting red buff and enemy support Ignite. Not too bad.
I would call that a win-win.
Kale looking to get frisky here. Can look to poke Cho'Gath out, but look at the sustain. He will gain a ton of HP as these minions are dropping here. So hard to chip at him. Could also hit the turret in his face, and again, just have to dodge that rupture out, and you will be fine. Now we gotta watch where Hecarim is, because Hecarim
Hecarim making his way in a topside jungle. Looks like he's looking to just clear the top quadrant, grab that red buff, and then maybe look for something from there. I mean, if this wave is going to bounce off of top tower and wave meets in the middle, it might be a good opportunity for Hecarim to go from red into the top, especially after that chunk. Now,
yeah, KO with a bit better auto spacing there could maybe look for the solo kill, because what you do is you drop your R on yourself, then you flash onto them. That's a good 200-300 damage, and then you can do another Q auto E for another 200 damage. You could easily drop 500 damage on Cho'Gath right there and maybe look for lethal, but didn't find it. As we see a 2v1 where Morgana is walking right up to Xerath with a Jarvan there.
I love that Xerath play there. The moment he gets stunned, he just drops the ult. He's like, I can't move anyway, so I'm just going to barrage her while she tries to run away from my jungler. Works out perfectly. Xerath grabbing an assist, 1, 2, and 4, another kill for Jarvan. So things are looking good for Koibi here, but 2 Drakes on the side of Finky Binky, so, you know, oh, actually, Finky Binky here still with a gold lead, so...
Yeah, they're ahead, and the Drakes, though, it's going to be a Cloud Soul. This is the soul that most teams regard as, you know, the least impactful. You get movement speed on the... Oh, arrow
so
just
close.
barely misses. Movement speed on the cast of ulti, and ulti cooldown, which is great, but let's see if Kayle will pursue this now. She'll have to hit wave. So Kayle does not have the Spell Vamp item yet, but she will pick up a Leeching Leer and eventually go into an Omni. I forget exactly what it's called.
Xerath not really doing too much damage right now, but I'm excited to see like what his build path looks like. What mythic is Xerath going to be looking for this game?
He has a Ludens. That's a mythic right there.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to give you burst damage, a bit of wave clear, and also move speed now. So you see how Xerath is kind of flying around right there. He gets a bit of move speed on landing ability as Hecarim will solo out the Ashe, gets her heal, the Janna shield, the Janna R, the disengage, but it's not enough for the rampaging Hecarim as he will turn his sights to Janna. That damage is just unfair.
Hecarim just tanking tower shots there as well, but blue team picking up the Drake here, so not too bad, but oh no, here comes Hecarim. Hecarim is on a roll, he's 6-1.
Cataclysm lands, which should mean a rupture is coming soon, but there is no rupture to be found. As we see, the Morgana is keeping tabs on Jarvan and Xerath, so it's a Cho'Gath 1v3. I don't think there's much he can do here. He'll flash the wall, followed by Thresh, who will flay him back. There's the rupture. It will miss. He has the support of Xerath and a bit of poke damage, but will ultimately drop. Too many members there.
Extremely well played by Hecarim, just playing a little bit of do-si-do, trying to avoid the damage from Cho'Gath there, not going down at all, and just picking up some more gold. He's got a 350 gold bounty, 6-1. Hecarim kind of looking like he's taking control of this game.
Yeah, he definitely is. I mean, you saw the 1v2 bot lane. That takes control of a game right there. When a champion can do that much. Yeah, as Ashe, you shouldn't be in a 1v1 with Hecarim, but it hardly was. The Janna was right there. Janna used her entire kit to try and peel the Hecarim. It wasn't enough, so just, you know, that champion is out of control. You need to keep tabs on him if you are Koibi, as we see. Here's a Cho'Gath play that should result in a solo kill as he has Senna against the wall and just that humongous.
That is what I'm talking about. See you later.
Taking a bite out of humongous there for the kill, keeping Colby in the game. But what do you know? It's the Kayle split. Yes, you can split on this champion. You can do anything. You are 2 champions.
I want to make a meme out of that. The guy from Dexter, his face on Cho'Gath as he comes out of the brush there, super speed. Surprise, motherfucker.
You have to make that now.
All right.
Or else I'll clip that and I'll tweet it at you like, why have you made this? But yeah, Kayle breaking base, not getting inhibited yet, which is fine. Getting the turrets and will be answered by Cho'Gath. So blue team with a bit of regrouping here. Stacking bot while enemy red team is stacking mid. Can they clear this wave out? Cho'Gath can probably help with that. And it's a 1-for-0 turret trade. You could say that that is the answer to the Kayle split turret trade. As we see, the Jarvan will engage on Morgana. If he cataclysms, she cannot get out without flash. And the Morgana will go down. He sets his eyes on Kale now, who can return a ton of damage. They need to be careful. They will focus on the wave in the mid lane. And what do they look to get with that kill on Morgana? Can they mobilize quick enough to get anything off of the map?
Yeah, and that's another stack going over to Cho'Gath here. If we take a look here,
Oh, try. I have something funny.
he does have 2 stacks now because he must have died earlier, but starting to get pretty big.
So the Frost, every Mythic has a stacking passive that says, for every legendary item you purchase, your champion gets X% of this. And for Frostfire Gauntlet, it's champion size. So for every item he completes, his champ will just get bigger, like 20% in size. As we see a gang on the Thresh who will try to Q his way onto Raptors, but it won't work. The Kale ulti and the Senna ulti.
So I'm not going to lie, I think that's a waste
Hecarim
of
to go down here.
there.
Hecarim will go down here. There's no other tools to keep him alive. Oh, and the Colby follow. Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Flashes the wall, I think, for the heal. I
Wow.
thought Hecarim was going down for sure. It was a really nice follow on the Hecarim ult.
Yeah,
with
I
Colby,
cannot
his
believe
own
that
ult.
that works out for them because I think that it was a huge misplay to waste both of your survivability ultimates on the Thresh, who was already stuck in a terrible position.
That's right.
Even if you kept him alive, there's not much he could really do to turn the fight after taking as much damage as he did. It would have been really difficult. It would have been better to keep that ultimate for the Hecarim or for the end of that team fight. If they had both of them, they could have kept that going and definitely turned it with how we saw the Hecarim turn and take out J4 anyway.
That's right, and I thought the same thing. But let's just worry about this. They're starting Baron up with the Kale damage. Kale damage is plenty, and Hecarim does a lot too. I think it is going to be sussed out by Koibi. Can they get here in time? Barons go down insanely fast this season, so they know they got to hurry, and they will be here in time. Here's some poke, and Kale is in a really risky situation. There's no flash.
Yeah, so if you look at the minimap, Ashe is on her way, and Morgana's in the bot lane, no TP, so it could end up being a 5v4, and Finky Binky just going to back off because of that.
Yeah, and they'll take mid. This is a smart rotation here. When in doubt, you can push up mid, get that priority, and what do you know? There's a tier 1. They'll go ahead, take that. They can push the wave and look to move. They want to answer the Morgana set. They're not bleeding minions, but yeah, they definitely had a man advantage. The question is, do they track TP timers on both mid
and
top?
I think they're in trouble. They're going to take this Drake, but if you look, Kale about to get an inhibitor right here, maybe.
Yeah, this is a smart move from Kale, too, as well. Understanding that, yeah, they need to answer my Morgana. Morgana's still pushing. She's pushing on the strong side right now. Right?
Yeah.
And they don't even go deal with her.
So a little bit of, going for the Baron play.
They're not dealing with Morgana because they have to go to Baron, but Morgana can't TP up. So blue team will have numbers here if they can put together a contest, as we see. Oh, the hook will land on Ashe. Does Ashe drop for free here? Hecarim will charge on the Ashe. She is down. There's the KO ulti to prevent the Senna from going down, who can now heal the rest of the team. This is definitely advantage red side. Cho'Gath is big and tanky, but what can he do? The Chomp will not kill the Kale, but it'll take her low. There's no more threats. It's all down to the Xerath now, who only can poke Hecarim. Let's see.
Yeah,
does the
and this
Cho'Gath
Cho'Gath is huge.
Cho'Gath is soaking so much for the Xerath with a big W down.
Okay.
And Morgana has come from the base now, doing her best impression of the Hecarim, and with a big Morgana flank will clean up the fight. Eventually, they don't have the numbers.
Yeah, and that
team.
is the Baron, 100%. There's Kale has enough, like you said, to take this Baron here. Huge play there. Morgana, I didn't even see Morgana coming up. I was not paying attention to the minimap, so I could guarantee you they weren't either.
Yeah.
And as she comes up and gives the team the advantage, and it just goes over to Finky Binky pretty easily there. And now they're ahead. They're pushing that gold lead further and further. They're about 7K up now, or no, about 5K up, and taking the Baron.
They're waiting to give the Baron to Hecarim as he's just spawned now, so they will take it.
Love that. Love it.
5 Barons. And yeah, that fight started with a hook on Ashe. Ashe was not able to participate at all. You see, she still has heal and her ulti flash almost up. So if there had been an Ashe there for DPS while Cho'Gath was soaking like for 11 seconds, that definitely could have been a different fight. But great job by Thresh for the hook, and also Hecarim with the follow-up. And it's definitely still a game, but it is looking favorable for Finky Binky. Real Kinky as they're up about 6K and Kale advantage.
Yeah, Finky Binky looking really good here. Hecarim is just big dog right now, 7-2 with multiple items completed and working on finishing his third.
Yeah, Triforce and Cleaver already with the healing from not only Senna, Kale, but you also have Morgana can shield you up as well. So this is very much a Hecarim carry comp. Both teams setting up traps right next to each other. Who has the information? Cho'Gath will face check, and it looks like a catch onto the Thresh. Can they get him for free? He gets chomped by the top eponymous. And it's a 5v4 situation. Try. If they can keep doing that, they can slow the game down enough, stabilize to where they can get another 5v5 look with Ashe alive.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, we're kind of at the point in the game where one big fight could mean the end. They're starting to break the base of Quavy, like we said. They already have top inhibitor down. We're about, like I think we're one big fight away from the game ending here. They have Baron. Top inhib is down.
She's 1v4. That's not what she needs to be doing. Okay, Kale goes down. That's another proactive play from Colby.
But does that opening up a little bit more? That only one more tower defending inhibs here. I don't know how long until that top inhibitor comes up, but the pressure is on for Koibi.
Pressure is on for Koibi, and yeah, that's a good point. Breaking the base could, in hindsight, depending on what happens from here on out, could be worth to open up that inhibitor. Morgana trying to take blue, will not get away with it. We need to look at objective timers. It is Cloud Drake up in 1 minute, and try this Cloud Drake at 26 minutes does not have much impact on the game. All it will do is put one team on soul point. So you don't need to throw your entire game with a risky contest here. You need to have your information proper, and that's what Cho'Gath is good for. He can face tank, face check, clear out vision, and escort.
Look at this man, just huge right now. I keep bumping our camera out of focus, and then it takes a second to reset. But we got Perp over here going to tell me the health numbers on this Cho'Gath here, because I'm curious on his HP. Yep. 4,600 HP on that Cho'Gath, just looking humongous.
And he still has 2 full slots, and he can sell boots if you really wanted to. You could probably get up to 7, 8. Oh, we just saw a TP. I'm not sure exactly who it was or where it went, but good chip damage onto Kale here. A bit more. She's stunned up. They're going to look for lethal and maybe force her ulti out. You see Black
no
Shield.
ulti, but does get the gets out with Lantern. Ashe is in base, though. We do have a super wave pushing up to their Nexus towers. Ashe has to stay behind, so it looks like probably going to go over to red side here.
Yeah, and you could just give this. You could just look for
I don't think he's going to. J4 definitely not letting it go over.
Red team gets it. The Hecarim gets it. They'll probably look to kill J4.
Ashe ulti coming in, hits the Senna.
Good dodge from Janna. Kale will flash over the wall. Drops the top eponymous. It's a winnable fight now. Watch the Ashe here as they will engage on her Cho'Gath. That is actually what Colby wants.
Thresh going hard. Flash over the wall for the hook.
Ashe able to open up, but watch the Hecarim. Ashe got hit by a binding. Hecarim didn't even see it. He could be killing Ashe right now, and he doesn't. As top eponymous is tanking, but it doesn't matter who Hecarim focuses because he just runs at people and kills them one by one.
So this may or may not be it. We've got 40-second cooldowns, and they're pushing into base. Morgana TPing top. This is definitely going to be game.
It looks like it. I can't see the exact spawn time numbers. We have a Janna up. We have Jarvan up. They need to kill these minions. If they were to like one-shot this wave, if Jarvan were to EQ wave and maybe smite cannon, they could buy some time. I think it's defendable. I mean, they need more members out there on that wave. I still can't see the spawn timers. As we see the Cataclysm come in, he will EQ out just to buy time. Here comes the Hecarim ulti onto the Janna. The Xerath is up. The Cho'Gath is up. It looks like a defendable Nexus
my God,
try.
this is crazy.
They're gonna defend
an Ashe arrow.
The shutdown onto the Senna is the Ashe arrow. And can they ever kill Hecarim? Jesus Lord, they will with the Cho'Gath execute. And it's
I am just blown away here. I cannot believe they're saving this game right now.
The game is alive. Kale's here, but Kale can't really 1v3 yet.
Koibi pulling out a second chance. So close to ending for them.
After some GGs went down in the chat.
Yes, yes.
And that's always something funny to talk about if you're going to drop GG's too early. I actually forget which team it was that said it, but if you're the team going to end and you drop that GG and then you don't, it feels like it
Ooh,
really comes
man.
back and puts
Yeah.
pressure on you.
Oh, yeah. So things looking really, really, really hard for Koibi here.
He can engage here, yeah. Jarvan will go in. If he cataclysms, oh, the rupture will hit. Here comes the silence.
Oh, she's definitely going down. She does have ulti, but it's not going to do anything to save her.
Bouncy house time, and we'll go down to the top of Potamus, who is getting big out there on the Rift and has had some massive plays try. I think we are seeing some of that.
Definitely. He is 9-5 right now. This game is definitely winnable for them, but it's going to be really, really difficult. They need to play it perfectly. If they lose members of their team, I think it's going to be over because there is open Nexus, 2 inhibitors down.
But there's no one threatening the Nexus. There's no Kale alive. I think Koibi has to, like,
make the aggressive play
right
now. They need to make the play right now, 4v5 in the river, and then go for the Baron to have any chance here. If they wait for Kale to come up, it's going to be a 5v5 in the river for the Baron play to end game. So we will see. Kale does have TP, though, so if they do get too distracted
maybe
here.
15 seconds try.
If they get too distracted here around the Baron to try and defend this, there may be a play could be made. But it looks like they're going to back. They need to defend base. Baron probably going to go over to red team, and truthfully, I think that is it. I think if red team gets Baron here, Koibi will not be able to do anything to stop them from ending.
At least it's a full team to commit to giving, and it's not a can we look, oh, we're all dead. But
Yes,
I agree, Try. I think they needed to pull the trigger when the Kale was dead, and they could take a 5v4. But Xerath, look, will not get the Baron. That would have been crazy. And Pinky Binky, real kinky, in the driver's seat, in position to win this game. But Koibi, happy to even be here still. Will take any chance they can get. A couple mistakes from FBRK could mean a comeback, a crazy comeback.
Oh, that would be one for the books.
For the books. And now it's just a base defense game, but you have a Xerath who can half health Senna, but then she can heal back half of that.
Look at this Cho'Gath. He's just looking for his opportunity to chomp.
And it's a face-off. It's a full base siege. Where's the Kale? Kale's in the bot lane. Ash is dealing with her.
This is where the pressure is applied, and
who's going to make the play?
I think they're going to get choked out here.
They're
it's all or nothing. Nexus. It's all or nothing right now. They need to make that play. They have no Nexus towers.
Who's it going to be on? Who will they engage on? It's going to be the Thresh that the Jarvan engages on, but he cataclysms on too. Looking for a Rupture now. Rupture will hit. There's a knockup. But who is anyone on the Nexus? Is Kale on the Nexus? Blue team has to fall back. A couple big cooldowns come over the top and kill Colby. It's only a 3-man defense now. And Finky, Binky, real kinky, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and dropping that monster top of Potamus as they advance out of the Nexus with Baron minions. And there you have it. Week 2 qualifiers results in FBRK advancing and being invited to the LSS Season 2.
Congratulations to Finky, Binky, Real Kinky. They now have a bounty.
They do.
You gotta